Good morning, I'm Jason. This is Rambling 4x4 Adventures, and today is all about Goose Gear. Check it out. See what I'm seeing. All packaged very well. Looks like there's some 80/20 in there. Alright, lay all the pieces out. Two of these. They're a little bit different. Okay. Alright, there's that. Alright. More hardware. It's from Nissan specific. This is the bottom plate, obviously, and then get the side plates, and then there's the back plate. So very cool. Stuff is such high quality. You just can't. I guess that's locked. You can't beat it. Good stuff. And then here's etch the model number or the production number on there, which is cool. Now, honestly, that seems like a high number to me, because I know the Nissan's relatively new platform. Underneath, we got 80/20 reinforcing everything. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Okay, so next step is to get the fridge out of the truck and then see how this thing goes in, and look for some instructions. You know, they say golden retriever only sheds twice a year. 6 months in the summer, 6 months in the winter. Now my model actually has the subwoofer, so there's two options that you can order, is one with the subwoofer, obviously one without. So I have the one with the subwoofer, which is really going to cut down on my underseat storage, but honestly, with the fridge in there, it's not like I'm going to be taking the fridge out to get under there on a regular basis. So that's doesn't really matter to me. So let's see, let's look and see if there's some instructions. So this has the lockdown kit that I ordered. I'm hoping that I could use this somehow to strap the fridge down. That's what that is. Oh, we got a Goose Gear sticker, and then this one should be all the hardware. Okie dokie. That's keys. All right, there's no instructions. Let's go online, see what we can find. All right, so I'm on the Goose Gear website. This is what it's going to look like. And I scroll down, and there's installation instructions here. So downloading that. Pages of instructions. And I believe it does include the entire seat delete instructions, but it also includes how to take your seat out, which I've already done. And I'm curious, this is how they say to lay it out. but I believe this hole right here is for the subwoofer to let the sound through, and they sent me this one. So there might be a discrepancy in that, but I don't know yet. So let's go ahead and get it all laid out. So basically it goes like this. That goes like that. This goes like that. And then if you look on the edge here, they have these T-nuts that you loosen, and then you slide them into the 80/20 track. So let's flip this over. Put these where they belong. And let me go find some tools. All right, so this is a number 4 for the Allen head. Which I have attached to this little socket just for ease of use. Okay. And basically you just slide that in. Really great way to put all this together. Oop, I think I put that backwards. Let's see. This has to be like this for this to work correctly. And the way they sent it to me, they have these on this side, which I think is incorrect. But I don't know what this little cutout is for, so I'm going to reverse these and put it in the way I think it's supposed to go, according to the pictures. Okay. Now, still going to leave these a little bit loose. But here's that. That looks correct. Okay, let's see what the next step is. The next step is to put these guys in. Go ahead and tighten these down. My socket is not magnetic, so the thing keeps falling out of it. I'll tell you, having a retriever is fun and not fun. Thanks. I'm glad you brought that back. All right, so here's where we're at. We did the top piece. We did the bottom. Now the next page is saying 40% seat delete without subwoofer. So it's showing this piece to go without the subwoofer, so maybe that's the deal. I figured you gotta have some way to let the sound out, but I don't know. Now I did another video on the seat delete, which is the one where I did my red arc installation and moved the fridge, so you should be able to find that if you have any questions. Place the 3/4 spacers on the rear studs and threaded extenders into place. Snug down with the 16mm. Okay, so where's that? Watch out, dog. It's got to be these guys here. Alright, so I left the bolt on there. So I'll go ahead and, or the nut. So I'll go ahead and take that nut off. Put these guys like this. Go ahead and snug those down. Okay, so use the factory seat bolts. Install L bracket in the way pictured. That's got to be this piece here. Now they have all the seat belt assembly out, which I really can't do. So we're going to put an L bracket right there. So let's get a socket to fit that. Okay. I can just use the same bolt to put it back in. It says bracket, so it's 2, so I can't tell down here if that's another bracket right here, but I have 2 of these, so I'm kind of thinking it is. So let's go ahead and having trouble sliding over the subwoofer. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I cannot get this in with this piece in right here. Well, even if you look here, you can see the subwoofer sticks out past the edge of this. So I feel like the only way I can run this is if I don't put that piece in, or it's cut to where the subwoofer is cut out a little bit better. So, and then this bracket, I think it needs to go the other direction, so I need to lift that up and flip it around so I can bolt that in. And my other concern is the seat's all the way up, so will the seat go all the way back with that? Okay, that's all the way back. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. So, all right. So I'll give them a call, figure out what's up on that. I feel like I have the wrong board for the subwoofer, because if you look, see, mine's this shape, and then they have this one that is this shape. And if mine was cut out like that, then my subwoofer would fit. So I think it's possible that I have the wrong piece right there. I reused the same nuts that were on the seat, so that's what these are. And then I got to pull this out, and then this guy will go into place. It's got 2 screws that will go into here that's already threaded, so that'll work. And then it has one long one that goes through that, and that will work. So that's the next step. All right, and this is a 12 millimeter. This goes right here like that, and you can pretty much do all this without taking the other seat out. Okay, which is nice. They actually have this cut away so that the bolt heads can slide right through, which is really cool. Those are the little things when you're doing your own fabrication you don't really think about. Now this long one the washer should reach through and attach there, which I feel like it's gripping. And this is the same bolt that actually was on the seat that I took out. All right. This worked. The bolt was almost too short. It's on there. I mean, the thing's in there solid. I think I would like to have a washer on there. I did pull these out and put the washers back on. I'm going to do this side. This one is to tighten this guy. Okay. Good. All right. It is done. It's all in. It actually goes on top of the floor mat, so here's what it is. Yeah, I think it's nice. So next step is Let's put the fridge back in. Okay, and that's with the seat all the way back, which is a little bit higher up than it was without the Goose Gear, but I think it looks good. So that'll also be nice because it'll bring my bin up a little bit higher when I have the dogs stuff in here. And then the only thing is I actually have access to that pocket without taking the fridge out, which is actually kind of nice. Let's look at the other side. Yeah. So, and these are aftermarket WeatherTech mats here. And that's all tight. The platform's solid. Not really quite sure because the way the handles are, I was having it ratchet down with some straps with the handles, but there's really not a good attachment point for that. I mean, and it's not going to fall out of here. The idea, a couple of times when my daughter's driven and the seat has been slidden up, the fridge has slid forwards because she brakes like that banshee. But back here, I don't know. This really, you need some side straps is what you really need, because you could put a grommet there with a hook and ratchet it down on the side. So to Medic, if you're listening, that would be a good fix for this. But yeah, I like it. It's cool. Okay, real quick, these little plates right here, these are to attach the other half of the seat delete kit. So if you have the 60%, you put this on the bottom, and that's where those you can't really see it, but on the other side where the 80/20 is, there's some nuts like this, and that's where that would bolt on the other side, and that's where you would bolt the other plate to, kind of like that. I don't know what these go to. That's probably for straps or whatever, but on the other side, that's what you would do. Also, the other bolts and spacers that I had left over, I believe, go to the other side of the seat. So when you get the seat delete kit, you get everything for the entire seat delete for the entire back. I only used the 60% portion, so I had 2 bags of leftover bolts and then 2 leftover silver spacers, and then I had the brackets that attach the plates together. Well, that's a wrap for this video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you, and thanks for watching.